Hi guys, welcome back to another P3D version 5 video. We are today flying the QualityWings 787 for Airwego, so continuing on our virtual airline theme. We're flying the Airwego subsidiary called Kalahari, which flies in South Africa. We have already set up most things, so the boarding was just actually finished, at least from, or at least in relation to GSX. And let me just see if we can close that aft cargo as well. And let me see, I was actually going to start this much sooner, but I noticed I didn't put on my recording, so that's why. And we have so let me just rethink quickly. Yeah, so we have just put in everything in our FMC, or most of the stuff. We're doing the init. We're flying from Johannesburg, as you can see, down to Cape Town. This is not the best Johannesburg you'll ever see. This is the tougher one, but it was on sales, so I thought I would get it. And I don't think it's tougher, it's Gaffer, right? Gaffer simulations. But we have the nice FSDG South Africa airport. And we were lucky, there was a lot of sales now. Because I think a few videos back I was talking about how I wanted to really get some South African airports, and we were lucky. There were a lot of sales now, so I was able to get a few for a pretty good price. This one was a bit expensive though, like 14 euros, which is quite expensive for a, well, this kind of quality airport, right? It's really not the normal payware. But it's okay, it looks pretty good, the runway, but there's no life. These are all basically GSX animated people. So yeah, not that much else. But yeah, so flying down to Cape Town. And we have kind of set up our A cars, and that's how I noticed I hadn't started recording properly. And then yeah, we have already set up our pipe TDC. I can show it quickly here how we'll be flying down. We'll be doing vectoring at the end. We're connected and it's filed, we just need to get the IFR clearance. And once we do that, we can also start the APU actually. Airwego 4003 Heavy, ready to copy IFR clearance.
Airwego 4003 Heavy is to Foxtrot Alpha Charlie.
So now we're getting the info. Well, let's check where I was here.
Expect departure
How can I
runway 21
execute
right.
that?
Climb to flight level 150 via the departure. Expect higher clearances 5 minutes after departure.
There we go, 28.
Johannesburg radar
28 beta. I guess that's the only number I have for this
Squawk
one.
5414.
Airwego 4003 Heavy is cleared to Foxtrot Alpha Charlie Tango. Fly
Good,
the
we got
Ragul
it
3 Bravo
calculated.
departure with the Ragul transition, then is filed. Climb to flight level
I can
150
send it
via
to
the
the
departure.
FMC.
Expect higher clearances 5 minutes
Should
after
save
departure.
us some time if I'm not
Johannesburg radar
mistaken.
director on 121.4. Squawk 5414.
Thrust.
Airwego 4003 Heavy read back correct. QNH is 1022 contact or Tambo apron ground on 122.65
No
when ready
select
for pushback.
temp.
Enjoy your morning.
QNH is
But
1022 ground
do we
on
get that from our
122.65.
flight
Airwego
plan maybe?
4003 Heavy.
I know you sometimes do get that, right? So it might be worth just checking quickly.
Departing runway
50.
21 right, 21 left. OR Tambo International Airport,
Yeah, I
automated
think
weather
that
observation 1200 local winds are calm. Skies clear.
Let me
Current
just check.
temperature and altimeter
50,
not
yeah.
available. Arriving
Take
runway
off.
03 left, 03 right. Departing runway 21 right, 21 left.
Let's put these in.
OR Tambo
110.7.
International Airport, automated weather observation 1200 local winds are
Wait,
calm.
I'm gonna
Skies
move
clear.
back. I don't want to listen to the 80s. So 110 at 7. Yeah. And now let's remember, because I didn't show you now when I start re-recording, but I do have the charts. So I actually managed to upload. So most of these are these kind of basic ones, which is of course very nice to have. but I also have uploaded one for the ILS that will be landing, but you can't zoom in on it, so it's a bit tricky, but at least we have it. And let me see, CDU. Okay, I guess you can change some of these settings. So that's cool. Very quick iris alignment. I don't need to do anything else there. We can start the checklist though. We set that. I set the parking brake normal. We haven't set the transponder though. Let me see what we got before we all got this weird. And they wanted us to change to 12265. So now we should be on the ground. We should have a squawk of 5414. 5414. So that's the transponder. And we are supposed to be climbing to flight level 150. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, what else? Yeah, Kalahari, very beautiful aircraft. Or the livery. I kind of like this kind of black, yellow, green. It's a bit different. I think it's the only wide body in Kalahari's service. So I'm happy that they do have a livery for the QualityWings one. We don't seem to have any... Yeah, this AIG traffic is just not not playing balls with us. Let me see. Maybe I can get this UT live to work a bit. It was a while since I used it though. Well, let me check. It's nice with some traffic, right? I think we can do it here in configuration, right? I think I have a maximum aircraft to spawn. Let's keep it 50, right? And then let's see if we do this, right? And now save the settings. What do we get? Oh, now it's on the wrong one. God damn it. So we won't be able to get it. Oh well. It was worth a shot. I need to set it up properly, right? That's the only reason why we're having this. I can save settings and then I'll close it. And actually, let me see if I can. I think it's called UTL, right? UTL client. Let's close the background process and I'll get the AIG traffic. I already have to do this once. I don't know why it continues to crash on me. But oh well. But yeah, should get some traffic around us. But other than that, not much. We have the car system going. We have Pack X. What can we string generic.
And go ahead, level on request. Expecting departure via Echo Taxiway Scorpion 174.
Public address, maybe we can just do a general one. I'll do the beacon. Do we have the APU now? Let me check, I think it's system page. Yeah, we have the APU now, so that's good. Yeah, we don't need to have the external power anymore, nor the wheel chocks. We can put on all of these fuel. I don't think we have anything in the center tank, so we can skip that for now.
Seychelles 9471, good afternoon again. From 1021 Lima, request push and start. 9471.
Let me see. We're having no luck today.
To taxi via Echo Taxiway next. Call it back for the SCOC and confirm level on request.
Requesting flight level
Let me see. I was certain we had the APU gen, but I guess I must have forgotten to... Let me just double check if everything is set up here so I don't have to do it again. Good, at least it seems to have done that. My mistake though, forgetting to put on the generator. It's so easy to forget the logic between these different aircraft. We can disconnect the external one now. Let's see, fuel pump, TCAS off. Well, I guess we can put it on so we have it ready. Let me do a recall. Recircling fan, upper. Those should be on. Window heat. Yeah, it might be good to put those on. Good. We're basically ready. I'm gonna operate the jetways. I'll undock the double jetways. And I'll do the prepare for pushback and departure. And then let's check how we should be taxiing, because we are going to 2-1 right, which is relatively close by, so we'll be to the right. Airwego 4003 heavy, ready for pushback.
Airwego 4003 heavy pushback approved.
Passenger
Pushback approved.
signs.
Airwego 4003 heavy.
Yeah, these are all set. We can do the rejected takeoff for the auto brake.
You'll fly the airplane, I'll run the checklist and coordinate with the air traffic control company and the flight attendants. Any
Yeah.
questions?
Anything else? Oh, look at this fancy chair. Wasn't it the chair that led to some guy by mistake pushing the aircraft down? That sounds crazy. Oh, yeah, we have this working. It does still have... I would say it's a bit better than the Aerosoft A330. It just works better. It's deny people access to the flight deck. Let's have a look on the outside again. People are trying to get on board. But yeah, we have... and actually, let's see if we have... I'm gonna do the change I always do. And let's zoom in here. Ah, we don't seem to have this airport saved, because otherwise it would show up here, which is really cool.
Departure checks completed. Bypass bin inserted.
Let's put back the... Oh yeah, the flaps, we should not have any flaps set. Do we have any good viewpoints? No, very basic. Do we really need this viewpoint? I doubt it. Let me see if I can make it something nicer. Maybe like a GoPro viewpoint or something. Something like this would be nice. Go the presets and then we'll update it. Yeah, that would work. We want to do nose right, tail left. Everything's looking correct, so we can release parking brakes. Start at will. We can put traffic on.
Go ahead from cockpit.
Okay, we're getting the call.
Cleared to start engines.
Roger. Clear to start engines.
Clear to start
Start
engines.
both engines. Okay, starting engine.
We'll start the right engine first. Yeah.
Ladies
Now
and
let's start
gentlemen,
left
now we
engine.
require your full attention while we demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft.
We can start both engines on this one, so that's pretty cool at the same time.
Fittings one into the other and fasten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seat belt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seat belt fastened throughout the flight, as we may experience turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft.
It's not the best safety announcement for Airwego. Better than nothing though, I'll give them that. Look at this huge engine.
Each door is equipped with an inflatable slide, which may also be detached.
Caution, caution.
In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will automatically...
Did I close all doors? Now I got a bit... Yeah, I do think so. Let's move a bit. Just double check that we have all doors closed. Looks pretty good.
In emergency, assume the bracing position. Lean forward with your hands on top of your head and your elbows against your thighs with your feet flat on the floor. A life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests.
Checklist wise,
When instructed
and
to do
guys,
so,
for your
open
calls.
the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Secure over your head. Pass the straps around your
I
waist
mean,
and
the
adjust
flight
to the front.
controls do look to
inflate
be
the vest,
moving,
pull
so
firmly on the
that's
red cord
good.
only when leaving the aircraft. If you need to refill the vest, blow into the mouthpiece.
We could check here as well just to make sure that
At
we're
this time,
getting
your
some,
portable
and we
electronic
are.
devices must be set to aeroplane mode until an announcement is made on
Ground equipment.
We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight and tampering or disabling the smoke detectors located in the toilets is prohibited by law.
We have a good engine
So
start.
we gotta wait until they're cleared.
Information on the cards located in the seat pocket in front of you. If you have any questions,
Put on
please
the
don't
clock.
hesitate to ask one of our crew members. We wish you all an enjoyable flight with Airwego today.
1022.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
1022. We have the right
Left is clear. Right is clear.
barometric setting set. They are leaving us be. We can go to flaps 5. Trim setting wise, what was the suggestion?
5 Mike Juliet.
No recommendation,
scope
is that it? Is that how we roll?
5713.
5713.
Well, I guess as long as we are within the limitations, but did I forget to fill in something that would have given us? No, no clue. So yeah, it's a bit limited. It is a good aircraft though, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, it would be nice with a bit more features. Airwego 4003 Heavy, ready to taxi. You can do LNAV. You can arm these. Airwego 4003 Heavy, ready to taxi.
Airwego 4003 Heavy runway 21 right. Taxi via Alpha.
And that must
Charlie,
be the
hold short runway 21 right.
Runway 21 right,
throttle
taxi via
for
Alpha,
the
Charlie, hold
toga.
short runway 21 right, Airwego 4003 heavy.
Okay, ground equipment was clear.
Airwego 4003 Heavy runway 21 right. Taxi
Yeah,
via
they
Alpha.
are
Charlie,
walking
hold
away.
short runway 21 right.
Okay.
Runway 21 right, taxi via Alpha, Charlie, hold short runway 21 right, Airwego 4003 heavy.
Alpha Charlie. Are we gonna get the right one here? I'm gonna assume it's just front and then left. Well, let's actually check just to make sure. Yeah, that's basically it. So to the left, we can do the runway turn off lights and the taxi lights. We can also, with those on, so we can shut the APU one. Seatbelt should have been put to on. Small mistake on my behalf. These can be auto on, etc. Let's brake. We almost missed our turning point. It's a very well handling aircraft, I'll give them that. Let's have a look at Airwego. Yeah, we're departing. And it's all looking pretty good. So that's nice. We have before takeoff, and then after takeoff is the next one.
Taxi via Whiskey Please line up runway 11 and 8 for ATG cleared 5 off schedule.
And look at these huge Rolls-Royce engines. They are packing. Beautiful engines. Would have been cool to see what kind of mid-size airlines they would have made with this, but based on the 787, right? Because they were gonna do some sort of new 757. But my guess is it would have looked very similar in the inside, right? To have some sort of fleet commonality. But okay, so we are on our way now, and it's gonna be a bit of a flight. I think it's around 1,000 kilometers, a bit longer even. So it's gonna be a bit of a flight. Should be fun nevertheless. And we'll let me just think if there's anything I'm forgetting down here. Flow lights. Let's just leave that in place. Let's make sure we don't, by mistake, start to go off. Do we have any nice viewpoints? A couple different ones. You can see the little wing flex already. So yeah, what else? South Africa, I have the Matthias photo scenery, so that's pretty good. And then, I mean, look at this airport. This is really not payware quality. Well, it looks similar as the Autogen out there. So I must say I'm a bit disappointed in Gaffer. I really thought they would be better. They had much better kind of pictures. Pictures compared to, I think, NMG simulations, which used to sell. But I think they still sell on their website, but not anymore on Sim Market.
Another 5 minutes in one.
Expect an OC-1 departure, full ATC on taxi.
Roger, 1 middle.
Let's see what else.
Midline 71, we are ready for startup and push.
Nothing we can really. So we have flaps set, we have trim. Just trying to figure out. We need to set the lights. That's gonna be the main thing. Let's quickly check. Does the wipers work? They do seem to work, so that's good. Do they want us to turn on the first one or go all the way around? They want us to go all the way around. We can put this one down. It is supposed to be helpful, even though I'm very bad at using the HUD. But it is good, of course. It's just me who's a tad bit rookie when it comes to that. I think we can arm VNav also on the ground. Let's turn. We are. We're still very nicely kind of moving. It does taxi really well, this aircraft, so I'll give it that. It's in the hollow very good, right? This one
Airwego
aerosoft, etc.
4003 heavy contact Johannesburg
Sufficient
tower
for me,
on
to be honest.
118.1.
Okay, we got tower handoff now.
Airwego 4003 heavy.
Let's see. Landing lights. Oh, did we get any aircraft back? 173-400. There must be something off with this, you know, the code for this aircraft in the sim. Strobes, right? Airwego 4003 heavy, ready for takeoff.
Airwego
takeoff
4003
clearance
heavy winds
received.
are calm. Runway 21 right cleared for takeoff, squawk 5414.
Runway 21 right cleared for takeoff. Squawking 5414 Airwego 4003 Heavy.
Good. Oh yeah, weather radar. That's something we should definitely make sure is on. And I'm pretty sure it is on now. It does look like nobody else is landing, so we should be fine. But let's actually check if I don't know what's going on with my AIG traffic. It can't open it when it started. Need to have a look at that at some point. Okay, let's get going. No time to lose. There we go. Check thrust. I think the sounds are pretty good for this, or at least sufficiently good. They can always be better, right? You can always buy sound packs for everything nowadays. Okay, thrust set. Okay, airspeed alive.
Mike Romeo approved to enter back truck, line up runway 11, report the line is ready for departure.
80 knots. Yeah, let's be on the center line maybe, that might be the smartest. 100 knots, check. We're quite high, 5,500, so that's why it's taking a bit of time to get up to the right speed. Rotate. Okay, let's see, let's take it slow. We still have some runway, no point risking anything. Okay.
Positive rate. Gear up.
This is 5 Romeo Magnum X-ray, good morning.
I'll go with gear up. Gonna trim it a bit. Let's follow the little dot.
5 Romeo, Hotel Mike Romeo, you tower. Clear for takeoff, runway 11, 160 degrees 7.
Let's actually zoom out just a tad bit. And it's actually raining a bit now. We can go flaps 1, I think. We can also shut these taxi and turn off lights.
Mike Romeo, you
I'm gonna remove that. I find it easier to follow this one.
Radar control on 123.7 Airwego 4003 Heavy.
We'll go to flap 0. Let's see if that's enough to get the
Radar
speed.
control Airwego 4003 Heavy climbing to flight level 150.
Yeah.
Airwego 4003 Heavy, good
Oh,
morning.
we have some nasty weather. Not the worst, but some nastiness. Let's zoom out a bit, see what we're looking at. Maybe it was only a bit. Nah, look at that. We have. Ooh, hoo, hoo. That's not good. That's not good. We need to think a bit about this. Let's see how high we can get and if that's sufficient. But yeah, look at beautiful South Africa. Very pretty landscape. We're almost at 10,000. Which means we can shut the landing. We can also go to standard on these ones. We're above 10,000 very shortly. But look at the weather, we really need to pay attention to that. Let's see how high we can climb. I'm gonna zoom in a bit so we get a better...
Airwego 4003 Heavy climb and maintain flight level 220. Contact Johannesburg West Center on 118.5.
Climb and maintain flight level 220 center on 118.5 Airwego 4003 Heavy.
I'm actually gonna put on the autopilot just so I can focus a bit.
Center Airwego 4003 Heavy climbing to flight level 220.
I think we're gonna get climbing clearance all the way up to 38.
Heavy, good morning.
Now let's have a look, get the ND back to display here. And what I do wanna see is I do want the weather radar, but I do want a bit of a longer range on that one, so we can plan a bit ahead and just make sure we don't get into this nasty weather. Not sure if it's rain clouds or what we're looking at. I'm gonna guess that it's the nice Kumelu omnibus. Okay, let's see. Still looking okay. Looks like a bit less red, so maybe we're getting high enough to avoid it. But we can't trust that, so let's pay attention a bit. It's around Uteba, right? Oh, even a bit earlier. We are climbing fast, but will it be enough? That's the million-dollar question. We'll hope it is enough. Well, let's pay a bit of attention to that. Lights are off. I'm gonna keep seatbelt sign on for now and just kind of check the situation a bit. Question is, how much higher will we be going? Well, hopefully sufficiently high. And look at this, very pretty, not gonna lie. Okay, we are turning now. So are these the nasty weathers that we shouldn't be? Can you even do offsets with this one? I really need to learn how to do the offsets so you can program them into the... I'm gonna assume it can't. It does seem to be like only the really high-end stuff that can do those. What we can do though, let me zoom in a bit. We could theoretically, right, turn a bit to the left. It's looking okay now though, it's looking like we're just gonna get a bit of yellow, so let's pay a bit of attention here and see if it's enough. So otherwise I'm thinking we can just kind of skim through it here on the side.
Airwego 4003 heavy climb and maintain flight level 280.
I mean, it's the same, right? So even if I went through the red, it would be fine. But in real life, you would want to avoid that. 280, so we're getting those higher climb clearances. What's pilot ADC giving us? 2 hours of ETA? Yeah, makes sense. Maybe in that sense it was good that I forgot to record, so I could shorten this video quite a bit. Okay, let's stay on this one, see a bit what's it saying now in terms of the weather. Looking better close to us, I would say. Okay, maybe we're just above the worst. Knock on wood.
Report in 10 minutes.
Looking pretty good. Let's have a look at compass, see what it's saying. I think it's so. I'm gonna... Let me see. I'm gonna move that to the side and just get compass.
Copy the traffic, we're turning right 3105 off Tango.
Now I can't see oh wait, I got it opened. Yeah, we're flying. And let me go actually back to the Airwego one because I want to see flight tracking, see if we're flying. And we are climbing, yep. So that's good. How's the weather looking? We are seemingly getting above it. So we can continue as is for now.
Radar 5 Alpha Tango request. Requesting flight level 100 G window.
I do wonder if the real ones will only show this if there's more. My guess is that there's a limit to not take too much CPU power. Yeah, look at these red spots here. Let's hope we can continue to climb or out-climb the clouds, so to speak. It is looking pretty good now though, so I'm not gonna complain, knock on wood. Our speed is increasing and we're now at 26,000 feet, still not above the cloud tops. Oh, look at that, I saw some thunder. Never a good sign. Yeah, hopefully not on us. Can hit someone else.
Airwego 4003 heavy climb and maintain flight level 340.
Climb and maintain flight level 340 Airwego 4003 heavy.
Okay, we got new climb clearance to 340. Still climbing, still not above, still in the clouds. Can we see any of these? Thunder, nothing thus far. God damn, we're just climbing and climbing, but never getting out of this. Let's change the range a bit. Just want to double check what we're looking ahead of us. AK, can we out climb it, or are we gonna be stuck? It depends, I guess, on how high the tops go. Looks okay-ish, but let's see. What's it now on? Let me see, where's the weather radar? Okay, where do you adjust it? Here's the menu. Oh, that's cool, the VSD. I've been looking for this one. So great to see that we have that we still have access to that in the 787. Great to see that, you know, you can learn new things. Still, we can get some data, that's fine. We are still climbing. Am I sensing a bit of a... Yeah, I think we are gonna get over the cloud tops pretty soon. It feels like this redness is decreasing. And I haven't noticed any turbulence, which you would usually notice with active sky, even though I pulled it down quite a bit because it was intense. Not so bad with these airplanes, but with any sort of like freeware one, it was like flying a Cessna. It was just like bouncing. It was nuts. It would lose like autopilot and stuff. Maybe I need to bring it up again because I feel like I don't really have any turbulence now. So it's always like a bad balancing act. Still nothing. Let me actually look a bit. I'm gonna clean up some of the browsers I have open. Okay, still seeing these. Oh, that's how you open. But now we're getting above them, finally.
Flight level 380.
And look, we can even see through here.
Flight level 380 Airwego 4003 heavy.
So that's pretty cool, getting above the tops. So this is on really high cumulus clouds. Oh yeah, the A350 is dropping next week. People are gonna be going crazy about that one. It'll be interesting to see the videos. It's looked very well done. I hate when you press the window you get that. Wish there was like another sunshade button. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Let's see how these clouds look when I get a bit higher, but I think we'll be in the clear. I mean, these are some really, and this is what I love about the active sky, right, and the Rex combination. Like, it's kind of bad weather, you really kind of see it and you feel like you're flying through it.
Romeo, from present position, now you may proceed direct Victor Sierra Papa. From present position, direct Victor Sierra Papa, approve the 5 micrometer.
Okay, we are getting above. Let's have a look. Yeah, they gave us the climb to maintain to 3.8, so that's good. I'm gonna zoom out a bit. Yeah, looks like we are on our way. Now it's saying only 1 hour, so that's nice. And we're soon at our cruising altitude, so we're just gonna be above the cloud tops, just basically skimming them. Let me have a look. Looks like we're out of the weather, so that's good. Let's have a look on the outside. Yeah, it looks like the weather is getting better. Here we can see the really high tops. Seems to have been a bit of nasty weather here, but we should be in the clear. Is that... I think I have an immersion package for this aircraft, right? Just haven't thought about it too much. But there we go. Now we're at 38,000. I'm gonna leave you here for a while. I'm gonna... oh, let me just check... let me just check. I wanna... first off, no aircraft, which I'm not surprised at, but I wanna see if I can put... oh, there we go, pipe TDC. Yeah, just bring it up so I can come in and check after a while and update myself. But yeah, see you soon.
Starting our in-flight service. We will be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your seat back for our list of complimentary and premium drinks.
premium drinks are available for a small charge. If you wish to make an additional purchase, please note that we only accept credit cards.
Level 190, fake Atla clearance limit, after airport runway 11, CMM 1 eco departure.
Clearance from Eva to Samba, flight level 190, via Catla, limit of clearance, after airport 11, CMM 1 eco departure, turning 310.
The 318 Vivat Tower clearance correct, approaching Whiskey, enter and line up runway 11 243 for departure.
Approaching Whiskey, we'll enter the line up 11, next call ready for departure, runway 11, size 318.
Level 320, request flight level 340, 571. Eagle 171, climb initially flight level 320. Copy of the direction from Incordia 752. Aircraft type Airbus 333. Presently maintaining flight level 390. Expected after crossing at 14. Report sighting and posting possible. Level 320 and be looking out and Colio passing the traffic at 571. 171 report clear of the traffic. Real Colio.
November Whiskey, climb flight level 105, report 60 up. November Whiskey, X-ray, report 60 miles northbound, level 105. There 950 to narrator, good afternoon. Squawk 3431. There 950 proceed direct to Balby for the Isla Zulu runway 11. November Whiskey and November X-ray contact on 1289. Tower, confirm level 380.
We'd like flight level 370 for only 9 positive.
Well, 950 380 is okay for because you are on westbound track. Confirm 380.
380, but only 9 positive.
Tower, avoid time 29, contact data 125.7. On the back.
Thanks, 1257, or can we make only 9 positive? Birds only 9 positive. Good morning on departure 210 down. Flight level 100.
Five 9050 can I good day again for the contact climb 210 level 30 report up above for report departure.
Thanks, climb to flight level 38 only 9 positive.
Go ahead.
Delta 1151, northbound traffic 160, the report CCAP. Bravo, clear level 230, squawk 3366, contact for fastest 175.
Good morning, climb flight level 1 level 0.
Clear level 260, go ahead and estimate 165.
Golf Bravo, read you know and then, and radar contact, fastest level 215, climbing 230, proceed Balti for ALS, runway 114.
Romeo Mike, November X-ray, good morning.
crossing flight level 162 and emergency level 330, comply with 331 departure.
Hotel Mike Romeo 2 monitor that contact climb set 1233. Number X-ray, Roger. Report 6 Mike. November Yankee, no reporting traffic level 85. Report.
Mike 5 Mike November Yankee. Apart from November X-ray, no other reported traffic on flight level 085. Report 150 miles. Delta Thunder, reported traffic level 100, squawk 3374, report in contact with radar 1257. Mike Romeo 20 level 330, report Belgique or in contact with Pologaros 127.2. Level 400, continue CBDLC. Nobody traffic 180, report switch. Hotel Mike Romeo 30 level 310, report switch.
Radar contact, no reporting traffic 752 Amato Razak, Alfa Romeo.
Let's see, just a quick check. How are you guys doing? Let me check. I think it should be going okay. It seems to be, yeah, still flying. Flying somewhat okay-ish.
Yeah, 902 is good afternoon, sir. Maintain 360, report estimated level.
And 180 nautical miles till our top of descent. So still some ways to go. Weather looks good. So I'm gonna just put it back to where it was, and I'll be back in a jiffy.
Estimate Delta Zulu Papa. Zero two copies. Report Zika. Turkish 6096, climbing 8000, passing 7000, request start climb. Turkish 6096, climb flight level 360, 360 flight plan booked, airborne not 05, contact radar 1257, nice flight. Contact 0360 and 157, Turkish 6096, thank you. Heavy climbing flight 0360.
Climb flight level 360, flight plan.
Climb flight 0360, flight plan to Turkish 6098.
Airwego 4003 heavy contact Cape Town control east on 124.7.
Control on 124.7 Airwego 4003 heavy. Control Airwego 4003 heavy level at flight level 380.
Airwego 4003 heavy, good morning.
Southeast 5 Hotel November, we have no recorded traffic at level 105, report flight lead 60, control miles outbound. Maintain 340, contact for 125. If you don't have contact for the moment, try again at Mike Cross, flight level 340. Alpha Echo Kilo, contact Ivato Tower 120.
Frequency maintain level 340. Maintain level 350. I'll call you back for an hour. On present heading, descent flight level 10.
On present heading, we descend to level 090 on the 67
Air France 67 radar, proceed to P3 or P31 Delta arrival.
Air France 6742, I'm sorry,
04 XR, your report XR, and Thomasina contact the power.
Okay, there we go. The Capitan has returned in very good timing, actually. Maybe a bit too soon even. Let's see, we are now at 80 nautical miles from top of descent. Well, maybe that's good. That means we can start preparing for the landing, which we'll do through index, approach. 140 sounds fine. Guess we could do performance calculation as well if we wanted to, just to make sure we're on track. We're doing a 1, we're doing a full. Anti-ice off. Reverses. Isn't there an option to give these all credit? All off.
Good afternoon, Turkish 609 heavy, out of flight level 11, climbing flight level 380.
Okay, we can do it like that. Let's see, so brakes. Let's do auto brake 3, spoilers auto, anti-ice off, flaps full, category 1, 19 conditions. Should be dry if I remember correctly from the pre-flight. We want to look at the destination weather. Temperature 20 degrees. Okay, a bit harder of wind. Luckily it's a headwind, so we should be fine. Guess it makes sense also, it's a bit of a larger wind compared to Johannesburg, as it's by the sea, right? 20 degrees Celsius, sounds very nice. And 1017 as the QNH. Let's see, 1017. There we go. And landing weight will be around 3. Let's see if we can get this 360500. Let's hide the keyboard. We can't do the calculation yet. Okay, let's just do no credit. 140. Okay. Let's send the output, just because why not? And that will give us the right information. Checklist wise, we know the altimeters for the approach. And then let me see, cabin lighting, we can put that on. Do you even notice it from the outside? Let me see if I can find a viewpoint that I'm not sure you would notice it. It's not the nicest cabin, to be honest. Let's see where we want to put the camera now. I'm gonna find a nice viewpoint. Something bit of overview, maybe like the one we had. Yeah, this one should be good enough. Something like this should do the trick. We have about 200 nautical miles to go, so still some ways off. We are flying relatively fast though at 830. Could be going faster. Could have saved some time doing that. At Nokox we should be, we're now at 28. At Nokox we should be at 24.5. So we're relatively on point. Let me see if the... No, it's actually kind of exactly the same top of descent in both Pilot 280C as compared to QualityWings, so that's nice. That's always nice to see them align. Yeah, South Africa is pretty gorgeous. Maybe not the most varied landscape, but they seem to do have a bit of variety, some green. This is the fun part with the 2D clouds. They start kind of spinning when you're looking at them, either from above down or from down up. So that's the only one of my biggest gripes with them. And then the fact that they do look a bit painted. Sometimes of course the real sky looks like that, so I'm not gonna say it's totally wrong. But yeah, they've helped a bit with, you can see kind of the gloom here, which I think Rex added. So that does help a bit. They look a bit better, but it's just yeah. But I guess the variety is kind of their main benefit. It's the closest thing you get to kind of real weather.
RDA 1 Bravo arrival with the air-to transition with vectors for the ILS Zulu approach to runway 19er at Cape Town International Airport.
Expect the Air to 1 Bravo arrival with the Erdosh transition with vectors for the ILS Zulu approach to runway 19er Airwego 4003 Heavy.
Let me just double check that. Erdosh transition. I need to fix that so we can get some different arrivals, etc. It will just be much more fun. Ah, damn it. It's trying to get the AIG one to work. Nobody else seems to have the problem with the AIG traffic, but it's hard to judge as well, because, you know, it could be just that there's not that much traffic down here in South Africa. Let's see once we reach Cape Town. That should tell us, and we can actually double check by bringing up this one. And what I would do is press airborne and ground. Maybe remove that, and then we could check if we have any inputs anywhere, which we don't seem to have. Nope. So let's continue following our aircraft. Bit of discrepancy here, interestingly enough. Have we received descent clearance yet? No, we've just gotten the expect the transition.
Airwego 4003 Heavy descend via the ERDA 1 Bravo arrival with the air-to transition to 7,000 feet. QNH is 1016 at Cape Town International Airport.
7,000
Descend
feet.
via the Erda 1 Bravo arrival with the Erdosh transition to 7,000 feet. QNH is 1016 Airwego 4003 Heavy.
Let's get down to 7,000 feet. We have VNav on, so it should do that after top of descent automatically actually, so that's gonna be nice. Have it controlled like that. Here we're seeing some more variety. A bit of hills, that always makes it a bit nicer. The scene is either too bright. I'm just thinking like what could be done to kind of improve the look of it. I mean, you can always do the live graphics one, right? So if we have 070, like look at this. Then with no brightness it looks pretty bad. But almost that you want to have less brightness, but then of course the problem is that it just becomes too bright. I'm wondering if I should decrease it just a tiny bit, and then bloom if you have 090. You notice it on the aircraft though, without any bloom. Do you notice it at all on the ground? So without, with some, oh yeah, I guess you notice it when it's like really high and we have nothing. But it's only at these really high points you really start to notice it. That's quite interesting. So like 280. Very interesting actually. The clouds did look a bit better though, with like extreme bloom. It's like they got more populated. Well, let's go back to what I had. I think 090 is fine. Saturation is also one that you can really change. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna change any of these. It's too small differences, right? So without any saturation, we get the old school camera, right? And with like a lot of saturation, you really see them colors. And I think I found a pretty good at 110, because the world has colors, right? So it's a bit, but of course when you have shown this and then you go back to 110, it's almost like you lose the colors. Then the dynamic reflections I keep on low just when it's raining to minimize the dark stuff. Shadow quality, just brought it down because it does help a lot, because I have a lot of shadows and I haven't noticed too much of a difference. Motion blur doesn't really do much. Resync, so I'm gonna cancel. I'm not gonna make any changes now. We're just showcasing. Another thing that's quite fun also is you can do time and season, so we can preview, of course, how it would look during night. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be too much. I mean, cool enough that we can see the inside of the plane light up, but yeah, not really anything else that's going on. So I'm gonna cancel that. No need to check closer, but just interesting. I mean, we are around the hills, but we still expect to see some light. Maybe it's quite dead around here at least. I mean, there's only some tiny roads, right? Doesn't really look livable, to be honest. It's very beautiful though. I mean, looking at all of these areas. Okay, we've started descending. Is there anything else on our checklist for the descent? Recall notes, auto brakes, 3 was the one. landing data, approach briefing, any risks. Just make sure we get the vectoring and I guess try to do a visual, somewhat visual at least. So we can work on our hand flying skills. A lot of people are flying the 737 actually. The 3 first people I've checked. 4 first people I've checked are flying the 737. The 5th. Here we have one Airbus. Another Airbus. Then we have me. Another 737. You're really noticing why developers aren't creating too many different planes, because apart from the same ones being flown, it's not that much difference, right? Okay, 747, that's cool. E95, so there's some variety. A Grand Caravan, that's always nice. So yeah, I pressed it twice. Let me see. A320neo Twin Otter. I need to get the Twin Otter by Airsoft. I really want to fly that one at some point. Heard good things about it. At least in P3D. Flying Club, and then the last one is flying the A320ceo. So yeah. But not as interesting as I would have hoped or liked. Let's have a look on the outside again. Flying relatively calmly. Let's see if we can get some nice viewpoint. Well, there's quite a bit you can get, but I guess something like this, or maybe you could do I'm just gonna check going through the aircraft. So here's the cargo bay. Here we have the wheels. I'm trying to imagine how does that camera look, right? When you're flying, you can see this below camera, right? I love to watch them sometimes. Usually you can't see anything, but hey, you know, time to time you can see something.
Radar 321, checking by me. Bye bye, contact elevator 120 decimal.
Okay, let's see. We are descending in line with what we should. It doesn't want us to be lower than 9,000 anyway, but yeah, let's pay attention a bit here. I'm also gonna check actually how they are planning to approach us. I know this is a bit cheating, but I like to do it just to make sure we don't get any weird. Because this is the thing, right? So if it's gonna wait to approach us, you know, if I think I'm going to air dust and then I don't get anything, that's a bit odd, right? So that's why I usually, but this one is basically telling me that it's not gonna give me anything until I get to DO65K, and I don't even think that's on my, so I'm gonna have to add that one. So let me see, maybe I can do it on route instead. So like DO65K, and that wasn't even found through the database. So it's D0, right? That's the thing. It's not DO. D0. 65K, let's try that. it's probably this southern one. That one. So we can execute like that. And let me just have a look now. Yeah, that's looking reasonable. Let's have a look if something's happened here. Nothing. We can do a public address. Still have seatbelt sign on. That's a tad bit worrisome. Sorry about that, people.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can have it as a move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt
Sorry,
fastened
people.
when you use an unexpected turbulence.
And we're going back on.
Copy the traffic, we're turning right 310.
Gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt.
Radar 5 Alpha Tango request. Requesting flight level 100 due weather. Continue on present heading, climbing flight level 100 5 Alpha Tango.
Okay, still descending, looking good. Oh, actually, one thing I didn't think of is terrain as a threat. There is some mountains, right? So it's not impossible to imagine that we would end up crashing into one. But oh well.
It's rated 1144 5 Alpha Tango.
Okay, turning a bit.
We'll report ready for descent next if we can get the danger surface data 5 Alpha Tango.
Let's see. God, repeating that phrase all the time. Let's see, let's see, let's see. But yeah, we shall see. We're reaching 10,000 soon. One thing I never even thought about checking was, well, not dispatch, but the charts. And what I wanted to check was the ILS and the transition altitude. 7,500. The minimum's 347. I think it's only one, right? Yeah, 347. So let's put that in. 347. So that's like 35 to be correct. 7,500. Actually, let's double check also the KS1091. That's a localizer on 809. And I'm gonna guess you can see it here on nav radio, 80910, 190, yeah, that looks correct. Happy days. Still looking good. Maybe we can change the view, that's a bit of a boring view. To be frank, we can do the follow around the aircraft view. Usually works quite well. Pretty nice mountains here. What are we now? CTV, we're getting on at 25.9. So CTV 30. Interesting enough, we do have these waypoints in the, so maybe it's just me who didn't put them in, because I do have them in the flight plan. And they are saying 24, so I think we've actually burned less fuel than planned.
We have begun our final descent into your destination.
So that's nice.
Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash.
10,000 feet coming up. Landing lights.
Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you.
Feels like I'm flying a bomber when I have these down. Let's see how long this one has been recording now. 2 hours, pretty okay for quite a long flight.
Estimating 600530, Santa Tanana 0555.
Let's see now. Sucks a bit though, I was hoping to come in the Seaway, because I did get the Alpine Simulation Cape Town package and I tweaked it a bit just to have the nice parts of it. The Alpine Simulation packages aren't that good, they usually make a good one area and then the rest is just very bad, no autogen, it's low effort, very low effort to be honest.
5 Micromeo, Pro from present position, now you may proceed directly to
I'll check the recording, still looking good, or reasonable at least. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see now. Formula 1 is gonna start again soon with Hamilton and in Ferrari. I was just checking some sport news and Liverpool will probably win the Premier League if this continues, but let's see. Okay, look at this. Now this is the Matthias one. It's very well done autogen, I must say. Being freeware. It's just done an incredible job. And here we're getting close towards, or actually let me see, we might be coming quite close. That's the center of Cape Town, right? Around there. So let's see, we might not be flying that bad actually. We might see some of it. Let's see once we get that that bit more detail in terms of how we should be flying. These pictures are taken from quite different periods. Yeah, quite a bit of mix, some green, a bit more kind of yellowish orange and a bit grey and dull here. Ah, not too big of a difference. Let me see, seatbelt on, outbreak 3, FMS message. And what's it saying? Unable to maintain VNAV descent speed. Well, we're not in a rush at least. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in the VA mode. Gonna slow down to 230. Should be reaching 7,000. Which is all that we were cleared to, right? And we should now actually change to yeah, 7,000 feet, and now we can change to the let me just check what we had in performance. No, so yeah, here 122. That's why I wanted to check performance. So 1, 2, 2, and we should descend a bit further. Let's see if we're getting that heading mode. We can put it like that, so that we're ready to move to heading mode. Let's zoom in a bit more. Okay, nothing as of yet. The VNAV is really good with this aircraft though, I must say.
Airwego 4003 heavy contact Cape Town approach on 120.05.
Okay.
Approach on 120.05 Airwego 4003 heavy.
Let's see now.
Approach Airwego 4003 heavy descending via the air to 1B
I
arrival
guess that's
with
where we
the
want to go.
transition to 7,000 feet.
Let's see if we get any. Do we have any aircraft? Ah, look at that.
3 heavy good morning.
An A340-300.
Continue flying the Yardier 1 Bravo. Arrival with the Airdus transition maintains 7,000 feet.
Continue flying the Air to 1 Bravo arrival with the Airdus transition maintains 7,000 feet Airwego 4003 heavy.
Airwego 4003 heavy turn right to heading 020 vectors to the ILS approach for runway 19er at Cape Town International Airport descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
Turn right to heading 020 vectors to the ILS approach for runway 19er descend and maintain 3,000 feet Airwego 4003 heavy.
Airwego 4003 heavy turn right to heading 025.
Heading 025 Airwego 4003 heavy.
Yeah, they really want us to go back. So we just arrived.
Airwego 400.
And there we can see the nice alpine installation.
Is 1017 at Cape Town International Airport.
Has it changed that much?
Turn right to heading 350 QNH is 1017 Airwego 4003
yeah,
heavy.
good that I checked or listened
Airwego
to that.
4003 heavy heading is 350.
Does that change anything? Not really. Oh, this is the takeoff one. Oh, that's... my god, that's why I got it wrong. Sorry about that, guys. Rookie mistake. What was the heading? It was 350, right? Heading 35. So let's turn to that. So we're doing a bit of ping-ponging.
Airwego 4003 heavy turn to heading 350.
350. That's what we're aiming to do. I'm not yet gonna arm the approach. Soon enough I will. Let's slow down to 210. Probably won't be able to do it for a while, but at least that's prepared. Okay, we're doing 350. Are we gonna be getting any... You can see the glide slope increasing as we're driving or flying away from the airport. So the airport is somewhere there, right? Okay, let's be prepared. To save us some time, I'm gonna start all the lights that we need. Do the cabin chime. I can arm the speed brake. We should soon get the final turn, hopefully. Let's zoom this one in a bit. And we could actually put on the VSD, right? Just so we have it. Very beautiful down here actually. I really like Cape Town. This is nice.
Airwego 400, 3 heavy turn left to heading 275U are 17 nautical miles northeast of the airport. Fly heading 215 to intercept final. Cleared for ILS Zulu approach to runway 19er. Contact Cape Town Tower on 118.1.
So wait, fly 215?
Turn left to heading 275, fly heading 215 cleared for ILS Zulu approach to runway 19er. Tower on 118.1, Airwego 4003 heavy.
Airwego 4.
Tower Airwego 4003 heavy inbound for ILS approach runway 19er.
Let's activate the approach.
Heavy, good morning. Continuous to runway 19er call when established on final.
Continue ILS runway 19er will call when established on final
Let's
Airwego
slow down
4003 heavy.
a bit. Let's see, I can see the localizer now. Let's turn a bit more. Okay, we're now getting that. Lights are good. We can add flaps 1 or slats. Let's see now. So we're on the glide slope. No, not on the glide, sorry, we're on the localizer. Should be slowing down now. Let's have a look again for the, not the dispatch, but the charts one. Missed approach, climb on runway heading to D5. Then turn left to VR, climbing 4000. And I guess we'll get some info. Circle to land, target path, discretion minimum is not established. Localizer, ILS. So that's around 200 above the airport's height. Yeah, makes sense. This should be good. We're soon reaching the glide slope. Let me check where they want us to be. F119. Oh, I guess. I guess we don't need that because we're already on the nav. Let's decrease to 200. And that's really beautiful, this whole thing. And here we have the nice, see the arena, kind of this detail at the harbor. We're a bit far out to get everything to spawn in, which sucks a bit of course, but in the distance we can see the nice alpine simulation. And there we have the runway. Yeah, that's the runway. A bit slow on loading in, but I guess it's because we've been ping-ponging back and forth. The glide slope is slowly coming down. That's nice. It's actually the first time I'm flying the Kalahari with the Airwego. Look at the pitch we need to keep the... I'm gonna add a bit more flaps. Let's see if that will help. As we get more lift, can we pitch down a bit? Now we have to increase the thrust, right? So you can see it's going a bit more steady. We don't have to pitch up as much, but that's also because we're now getting on the glide slope, so that does help. Yeah, we want to disconnect that auto throttle. That was entirely as planned. We'll increase and we'll drop the gear. That will give us a low drag. Airwego 4003 heavy, established on final.
Airwego 4003 heavy winds.
Okay, there we go. We're established on final.
Cleared to land runway 19 Airwego
4003
heavy.
Let's add a bit of thrust with these nice Rolls-Royce engines. As you can see, this is South Africa. At least a take on how South Africa looks in a game, but yeah. Or Cape Town, to be precise. I actually like that some areas are like this small house, so it looks a bit more like, let's say, I guess you could call it ghetto, or the more kind of, I guess like the, what's it called, favela in Brazil. So that's really cool that they made that for the Argent. Of course not cool that people have to live like that, but from a realism perspective, very nice. Okay, I'm gonna go off with the, I'm gonna press that again. It's looking pretty good. The only thing I'm worried about is if we will need to tweak anything with the speed. I'm not even moving the yoke now, but we are going a bit off. So let's see.
Tower 5 Romeo Mike Kilo Delta.
1000. We want to continue descending. I'm gonna pull back a bit on the throttles. Oh, is it like 140, right? It's looking pretty good still. Maybe a bit high. I'll throttle down a bit more. I usually find the 777 and the 787 very easy to land, so let's hope we can achieve that.
5 Kilo Delta 20 inbound, field in sight.
500.
400. 300.
I'm gonna add a bit of thrust just because I'm afraid we're gonna bleed it off at the end. Continue.
And Arjun right down wind for runway 11, wind 180 degrees,
Let's
12
see.
knots, QNH 1025, report on right down wind.
100.
50, 40, 30, 20.
Okay, let's slow the throttles. There we go. Nose down.
Airwego 4003 heavy contact Cape Town ground on 121.9.
Let's add some thrust reversers.
Ground on 121.9 Airwego 4003
Look at those huge engines. We're gonna stop like crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local time is 12.
Yeah, that's a bit intense. We don't wanna stop that fast.
Use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the
Let's
aircraft comes to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is
yeah,
turned
let's
off.
get everything.
Remember to use caution when opening the overhead
Let's start the
bin.
APU
Items
so we
may
don't
have
forget to do
during
that.
flight. We thank you for flying with us and we hope to see you again soon.
But yeah, there we go. Airwego 4003 heavy, ready to taxi.
Airwego 4003 heavy, stay with Cape Town Tower on 118.1 until clear of active.
Okay, we're not.
Tower on 118.1 Airwego 4003 heavy.
Let's try to turn here. We'll go a bit to the middle so we can get a bit of a nicer kind of turn. I'll brake a bit. And then we'll make the turn.
Kilo Delta request left base, runway 29er is available.
Okay, and we're almost clear of active. Let's see, maybe we can park next to the Lufthansa A340. I always see it there, so I guess it's quite a common trip it makes. We'll go off on these ones. And strobe, right? We don't need strobe, we don't need the flight directors. Airwego 4003 Heavy, ready to taxi.
Airwego 4003 Heavy contact Cape Town.
Just to speed up the ending, I'm gonna taxi anyway. But look at this, it's pretty good. I mean, the ground looks a bit worse because I disabled, I think at least I disabled the ground that comes with this aircraft, so it would kind of fit better in with the surroundings. I sometimes do that, I sometimes regret it because they do look much better with the ground because it's much more sharper, but sometimes they don't mesh at all. Airwego 4003 Heavy, ready to taxi.
Airwego 4003 Heavy taxi to gate Bravo 21 via taxiways Bravo, Alpha.
Let's see if Bravo 21 is an actual... It is? Request follow me? No. NAS Colossal? Sure thing, you can be in charge. Let's just see if we... Did we go past that? God damn it. They wanted to give us a very close one. Let's do one of the A's instead. Change facility. Gate E4. No. There we go. Hell yeah. Okay, we wanna get next to the A340. My favorite aircraft, the A340-300. For some reason. I don't have a good rendition of it in any sim. The closest thing I get is the black box A340-300, which would be manageable if in case the landing was a bit better. It's not awful, but it's, yeah, it's just not good, unfortunately. Oh, now we're only 737-300. It's so small, few traffic down here. That's a bit of a bummer. So let's see, A6, A5. I think it was A4 if I am not forgetting, and it looks to be the case. So let's turn here. And there you can see some people actually, so they have some animated people inside the terminal, that's pretty cool. Pretty okay model of the A340, not the best, but I guess it's not that common of an aircraft anymore. I think there's only a bit over 100 of them still flying, something like that. Here we have the APU, let's see if we can park in the right one. Where's the, which one is the 787 one? Oh, maybe there isn't one for the 787. We can use this one. Okay, good enough. We can shut the lights. We'll shut the engines. APU gen is on. We have a ride. Cape Town by FSGG. So yeah, here it's not, but here there's some people. So there's some additions. I guess if you have GSX, you'll see some passengers maybe walking here. So that's pretty cool. And here right next to the A340. And actually on the positive side, it looks like there is some alive here, right? I mean there is traffic, look at that. Even a bus. I mean these kind of small things really, you know, when you see the airports that are not that good. All of these things really add to the immersion. I'm gonna close the ADC program. Do not forget to submit PyRep. We had a landing rate of 2113, which is pretty good. So I'll submit the PyRep. Thank you for flying with Airwego Kalahari. I will exit Compass. And the last thing we'll do today is we'll watch the replay. That should probably be, that was not too far, 460. That should give us enough. Yeah, you can really see the difference here in the autogen, right? And I think this is one of the richer cities in South Africa, right? Would have been nice, but I guess you wouldn't do unless you came with a specific SID and star to fly over that area. That's why it's always a good question to like, why do you buy that unless you're just gonna fly? I guess if you come in for this runway though, but this one is short and tiny, right? This must be for like business jets. Okay, I was pretty happy with the approach actually. Thought it was pretty well done. Maybe a bit too high at the end, so we're a bit delayed. The landing was also okay. Approaching minimums. It's a very beautiful aircraft. I'm wondering if I should use this one. I took this one actually before when I was gonna first record it.
50, 40,
But yeah, let's watch the landing. So that's where we should touch down. We're a bit late, but we do touch down very smoothly. A bit to the right, but nothing too crazy. Pretty good enough. And look at that, seeing all of these thrust reversers, etc. Let's see when they deactivate. Took a bit of time there. Wonderful though, really cool. Yeah, this is a beauty of an aircraft. 787, looking very sleek. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this relatively long video. Let's see what I'll fly next. I have enough virtual airline to last a lifetime, so a lot of different routes to try. I'll probably do the ERJ a couple more times going forward with the what's it called, Atlantic Sun Airways. But let's see. But yeah, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Otherwise, until next time, bye bye.